Travel Radio International. Explorations into destinations around the world. Hello, I'm J.D. Streeter. In 1836, the Mexican government granted land in what was then known as Alta California to General Mariano Vallejo. Mariano Vallejo became one of the richest, most powerful men in the Mexican province. Your audio journalist, Patricia Lawrence, is at the Petaluma Adobe, now a California State Historical Park and a National Historic Landmark. General Vallejo located his ranch house on a knoll overlooking the lush Petaluma Valley. On the path to the Petaluma Adobe, one of the most important Mexican estates in Northern California, a wooden bridge spans Adobe Creek. With the sounds of the vehicles on Adobe Road, park guide Sarah Skinner greets us outside the exhibit room, and we find out more about some early California history.
Welcome to the Petaluma Adobe, also known as Rancho Petaluma. Bienvenidos al Adobe de Petaluma. I'd like people to imagine what this place looked like before the coming of the Spanish. First of all, before the Spanish arrived, this area was rich in natural resources and plant life, and it was the native hunting grounds for the Miwok group, and so this is where they would have done a lot of their hunting. And the Spanish arrived to establish the missions system, and with that they brought a lot of things to the area that were not native, like sheep and cows and things like that. And in 1834, General Vallejo was sent up from San Francisco to accomplish three things, and those three things were to secularize Mission San Francisco Solano, to establish a pueblo, which is now Sonoma, and also to be near the Russian outpost at Fort Ross. When he did that, he chose this hilltop right here for many reasons. First of all, he was given 2 land grants, which totaled 66,000 acres, and that became Rancho Petaluma. And the reason he chose this hilltop was not only because he could see a lot of the land around the area, but that creek you walk over on the way up to the building is Adobe Creek, and that ran year-round, and that was the main water source for the building. And the general had about 600 to 2,000 people that worked here. And the main thing they needed to do, first of all, was to build the headquarters, or to build the building.
Who were those people?
Mostly Native Americans. When the general closed or secularized the mission in Sonoma, a lot of the Native Americans tried to return to their grounds that were natively theirs, but they had been taken over by the land grants or squatters or things like that, and so they weren't really able to establish themselves in the way that they had before the arrival of the mission system. And so out here at places like the Rancho, there were a lot of crafts that were being done or jobs that they...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?